Volker Mauerhofer. I'm reporting from our side event here in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt at the COP14. The COP means Conference of Parties for the Convention on Biological Diversity. And we had here at Tuesday, the 20th of November 2018, our side event. It was co-hosted by the International Society for Sustainable Development Research and by the International University Network in Cultural and Biological Diversity. And we had several main objectives, like presenting and discussing outcomes and lessons learned from transdisciplinary biodiversity and sustainable development. Our projects related to science, research and policy. We wanted also to present institutional challenges and biodiversity conservation and sustainable use. And also we wanted to identify gaps, perspectives, methodologies and stakeholders' contributions in science and policy are making that we need to look more into the future. So what was our program? We had in total 6 distinguished speakers. First, the start was made by me. I'm a board member and secretary-elect, executive secretary-elect of the National Society for Sustainable Development Research. My name is, as I said, Volker Mauerhofer, and we had Professor Luigi Bozzi from the National University Network on Cultural and Biological Diversity. And so we made something like an introduction, which you can also see in the slides attached on this webpage. Furthermore, I presented then a total of 5 policy briefs, briefly, from the tracks of the International Society on Sustainable Development Research. So we had policy briefs from different tracks. We had policy briefs from the track dealing with consumption and production. We had briefs from a track dealing with restoration, and furthermore we had a policy brief from a track on governance. You can see the presentation and the tracks also here on this webpage as links, where you can also download the PDFs. The second speaker was Giorgi Carino. She is from the Forest People program, and she was speaking about indigenous and local knowledge made visible and what are the contributions to research and policy and global futures from the indigenous people's community. The third speaker was Hien Go from IPPAS, Intergovernmental Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services, and she spoke about IPPAS and the state and science of knowledge and what comes next. The fourth speaker was Mr. Andreas Obrecht from UN Environment. He works at the Law Division in Nairobi, and he spoke about a particular tool called Informea, and it's about a data platform which provides knowledge for policy, law and research. The fifth speaker was Professor Bolane Obo from the University of Lagos and the International University Network on Cultural and Biological Diversity. And her contribution was on a call for action for African biodiversity, and she spoke about partnerships between science, policy and society. Finally, we had a common discussion, and you can also see all these presentations in the website here, and also some additional videos from the event. So, in conclusion, we had really multifaceted stakeholder approaches presented. We had an open-ended discussion which should influence also the post-2020 biodiversity dialogue, which is now ongoing at the level of the CPD. We had speakers from all over the world in this session. We had a good gender balance, and we had also a very distinguished auditorium with people from the European Commission, for example, from intergovernmental organizations, and from the German development organization, GIZ, for example, people from university, from research, and from non-governmental organizations. So this was my short report, and I hope you join the other web pages of this site and download PDFs. And we would be pleased if you have questions. Please send them to us, and we will try to respond to them. Thank you very much, and have a nice evening.